But you can make that choice while you've been enlisted for a while. And in fact, I always tell people, if I was to do this all over again, I'm like, get a rewind, redo at 18 years old, I probably would have enlisted first and do like a full 4 year, probably on like a Ranger contract or something like that. Go to Ranger Regiment, maybe go to the 82nd, something along those lines, and do 4 years, and work towards NCO, corporal, sergeant, something like that, and then transition over to officer. I think that would have been a little bit healthier for me. It's kind of tough to just go straight into officer when you have that desire to be like a soldier. As an officer, it's not the same, And
I tell this to people in Brazil all the time, because in Brazil, the army in Brazil is completely different, bro. It's completely different. We have this glamour on officers because I think mostly because they pay. And I tell them, like, guys, here's different. Like, it's like everyone has their job, but being an officer, that means like you're gonna be controlling the battlefield and is different than like what you guys think, what you see in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then that's was your experience as well.
Yeah, and the glory of the officer, there's really not much. Looking back on my career, like there's a lot more. Like I mean, what is that word to somebody? Glory, right? But like, so many times, whether it's on deployment in Iraq, something like that, I wanted to be the guy kicking in the door, right? But I wasn't. I was the guy back.
And and it's not even your fault, because even if you want to do, your team would probably not let you do it, because you're the most valuable asset on the team. Yeah.
There have been situations in Afghanistan where I ended up in the stack, like clearing, but it was kind of unique situations. Generally, whether in special forces or when I was in the 82nd, in a combat operation, that's not where you want to position yourself usually, because you need to be in control. You've got assets overhead. You're controlling a drone. Maybe you got some other assets, helicopters coming in, and you need that big picture.
Definitely.
You can't be there buried into that room, pieing off corners and all that.